Hello, monsters abound here, and welcome back to the final episode of my Cylostra Direfin campaign. It's been a short old road, but an enjoyable one. Leading Cylostra to victory with Richard, Emmett, Daisy, Ellie. God, bloody Ellie. What a lady. I mean, not one you want to take back to your mother. Unless you wanted your mum dead. And then risen as like some sort of terrifying undead slave. That's a very niche market, isn't it? Very niche. So we've got a little army charging up the hill towards us. This is not going to be particularly difficult. As Trusty Montfort just takes them out. Poor old Trusty. He doesn't have a very exciting name because literally there was no point. Sad times. So his zombies are going to march up the hill. We do have some depth guard here. And yeah, they're not going to do... Again, the AI seems to work with this tactic of we're just going to march up the hill. It's very World War One. We're going to march up the hill slowly and then get hugged by a big old boy. And that never works. That never ever works, does it? So there we go. So there's the zombies all getting shot to pieces. On the right and left flanks, some zombies are making it up the hill, and we're going to move our scurvy dogs and our fell bats down to deal with them. So there you go. They're going to eat them. They're going to take a little bit of damage in return, but we're not particularly bothered. These are just summoned units, so it's no big deal. Do some pole arms here, of course. They're going to do pretty well against these guys, but again, eventually they're just going to get torn down. It's just a matter of time. Especially because the rest of their army's dying as well. And there's their general getting cut up by Trusty Montfort himself with his big old pole arm. Just nice to blow the old cobwebs away, isn't it? To just get into an episode with nice fights. That's what I like. Get that blood pumping. Get that episode off to the right tempo, isn't it? It's all about getting off the right tempo. That's what we've done. Fantastic stuff. Love it a lot. We'll take the cash. Thanks very much. 8k. Oh, what can we do with 8k? What can't we do with 8k? Right? You can spend it on buildings, recruit units, stuff it down your pants, whatever you like. It's all there. Okay, so we are heading towards Lothern because I really want to burn it to the ground, capture it, and build some... I think it's a building we can build. I'm not 100% sure on that. Probably should have checked beforehand, but I'm a busy man. I don't have time to do stuff like that. So instead, we're just going to capture Lothern and see what happens. And then we're going to go and kill the beastie, the wee beastie, kill him, and... sink Ulthuan, I think, is what the plan was for some reason, but that's fine. That's what we're doing. That's what we're aiming for. In the meantime, do we spend some of this cash? Yeah, sure, we'll build that and do some stuff over here as well. Why not? Let's get that. Yeah, sure. Some defences. Why not? Let's just use it all up. Get you guys over there. And then Trusty Montfort has a skill point, which we're going to spend on... God, it doesn't really matter now, but Curse of Undeath. Boom. I think I need to check. I'm fairly sure Trusty Montfort already has a Dubry. What am I thinking of? Office position. That's the one. So fairly sure he's already got one of those. So no. Oh, looks like the Skaven are up to something. I think I might wait for Ellie. I think waiting for Ellie would be a good idea. So let's wait for Ellie. We haven't seen Hatmas for a while, but fortunately we're not actually at war with them. So, okay, we've got reinforced carcasses, so that's going to give physical resistance to our Rotting Prometheans, Rotting Promethean Gunner, Mob, Rotting Leviathans, and Necrofex Colossus units. It's actually taking quite a while to... Do I actually have any max... I do have max rank settlements, so actually I could, if I had the money, build that. But I don't, so there's no point worrying about it. Yes, yes, we know who you are. Right, let's... Can we land? If we can land... Okay.
Of course, of course.
Okay, we're going to lay siege to Lothern. Let's just...
Ungrateful, unsophisticated rabble.
God, tell me about it, Cylostra.
And now, witness perfection.
Well, we're just going to continue the siege, so we're not going to witness anything just yet. But Ellie is just coming up behind. She should be one turn away. I thought she was going to be a little bit slower than that, but actually she's picked up the pace quite nicely. So next turn we should be able to attack Lothern. In the meantime, let's see if we can get some tech, because I may as well. Bonus versus infantry for things? Yeah, silver musket balls and cutlasses. Just keep them pistol pointed away from your own vampire admirals, mateys. And Jake Eel is a pyromaniac. So he is. We could come down here, couldn't we? Do I want to do that? If I can get actually...
Know that my deckhand's rotten eyes watch you closely.
Noted. Okay, can I have one of them? Thank you. And military access.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, let's... you've got that stupid mist. Okay, we'll sit there for the moment. Let's... If I save money, I could get the Necrofex thing. It's probably going to be too slow. Probably should have concentrated on building it. It takes quite a long time to build up your settlements, though. That's what I found. Maybe I should have concentrated on one settlement, got all the good units. But to be honest, I find with the vampirates, just get some gunballs. Gunballs just mow down everything. I mean, hand cannons, crap. Deck gunners, actually not as good as just gunballs. So, personally, I'd say just get gunballs. See, Luther's got the right idea. He's got 7 Necrofexes in one army. That's what I should have done. But you know what? Playing a campaign is all about learning what you should have done. Next time I play the vampirates, I'll know better.
The performance will start when I say.
That's right, it will. Hello, Gubbinz, bootlicker. Oh, you want to lick my boots, do you? Peace. Ugh, what a shameful display. Well, indeed, and that's why you're not going to get it. Good, we were going to kill you anyway. Oh, so passive-aggressive. Okay, Cult of Pleasure. Okay. So we've got sea legs or land ho. Now, because we're at Lothern already, and let's face it, we're probably going to teleport to the last battle anyway. So let's just go sea... no, let's go landlubber, because we're not going to be moving around very much.
10,000 lashes.
You know what? Let's get the Necrofex building, despite the fact we're not actually going to have time to recruit one of them. But we'll go and build it anyway, because why not?
Admiral of the fleet.
Because let's face it, we're not going to actually need the siege towers to attack Lothern. We can attack it. Well, if
my greatness.
if Ellie actually, you know, gets in here and helps,
Deckhands, forward. Them.
it's better. Thank you, Ellie. Bloody hell. Okay, they do have quite a beefy garrison. They do have the Lothern Sea Guard, but we've got Queen Bess and a lot of gunballs. And here we are on the outskirts of Lothern, ready to take it down and build whatever the hell Cylostra can build in its place. We'll take a bit of fire from the towers. Of course, they have the max rank, nasty, shooty towers. Richard is currently solo charging the gate, and he's managed to go through that hail of fire totally unscathed. So that's good. Meantime, Queen Bess has been taking out some of these Lothern Sea Guard with pretty devastating results. Yep, there's now 13 of them left. Unlucky for some, although in this case, quite lucky for these guys because they are actually still alive. You know, Their friends aren't. Their friends are in little pieces. Their friends are jam. Their friends are jam. However, there are plenty more high elves to take their place. But that's just target practice. So we're concentrating. Oh, that was a shot. We're concentrating fire on the fort tower to try and take it down. We're also concentrating Queen Bess on some of these units because you take down the little, and I can't remember what they're called. I'm going to call them knobbly bits. You take down the little knobbly bits, makes it easier for your gunners to get line of sight. That's all good then. So that's take down the knobbly bits, kill the knobbly bits, save the world, or kill elves, depends on your point of view. So continue to bombard. We've also got Ellie coming in, her reinforcements coming onto the battlefield. They're going to also use their mortars to target these towers, take them down. There we go, down goes one. That's one less tower firing on us. That's nice, and our gunners are now moving into range. Queen Bess continuing to get devastating shots off. Absolutely horrendous damage. But it looks like they're throwing some flying units at us. Two Great Eagles and a Dragon coming in. It looks like they're trying to attack our gunners. The gunners are going to open fire on the Eagle as it comes in. And that is... Yep, that's one dead bird. One dead bird, but another dead bird is going to get... Well, I say dead bird. Another bird is actually going to get in amongst us. And the Dragon looks like it's going to come and attack our gunners as well. We're moving units to go and deal with the Great Eagle, but here comes that Dragon. He's coming in, he's coming in, he's coming in. He's dead. He's dead. He died. He almost got us. It was very, very close. In fact, it couldn't have been closer, but he's now dead. And the Great Eagle is going to be driven off by Roger the Cabin Boy, giving him a good old rogering. Bird does not like that. The bird is running away. He doesn't want the rogering. He's off. Come on, Roger. Finish it off. There we go. Roger the Cabin Boy has rogered that Great Eagle to death. And with the Great Eagle's death, we're going to advance. There goes Sir Crabbington Cylostra. There goes Roger the Cabin Boy. We're also moving. There's Emmett moving in as well. Down goes the other tower. That leaves the elves practically defenseless. And now they just have to stand there as we riddle them with gunfire. Just this. It's a noble just standing there. Very brave. Rather bloody stupid though. Yeah. His head came off. And there's jam everywhere. It's unfortunate. Oh, there goes the... what they call the Night Terrors. They look great, don't they? How good do they look? I love that effect. And with Sir Crabbington giving the door a little knock, we get access very, very quickly. Richard was hitting it for quite a while, but he's fine. And then we've got some Dragon Princes. Richard manages to take 2 Dragon Princes out with 1 hit. And then he gets backed up by Emmett, Roger the Cabin Boy, Sir Crabbington, the Night Terrors. Taking a little bit of fire from the Reaper Bolt Throwers. Not the Reaper Bolt Throwers, or Eagle Claw Bolt Throwers. Same bloody thing. So we're going to summon a unit of damn questing knights to move around this flank and finish them off down there. They still got some units of Dragon Princes held in reserve, but as you can see, Sir Crabbington and the Mongols are just tearing their way through them. Yeah, you have. Not even a contest. They do have a high mage, and he's very high. He's literally almost in orbit as Roger the Cabin Boy gives him a little slap and sends him flying. He's going to come back. No, he's flying again. Yeah, he's going to get stamped on. That's not very good. So Crabbington charging in, backed up by the Mongols. Richard's in there as well. Dragon Knights going down very, very fast. Their helmets look very Eldar, don't they? They've got very Eldar helmets, I thought. Very Warhammer 40k. On the battlements, there's just piles of corpses as Queen Bess and the mortars, backed up by the guns, just completely destroyed the entire High Elf army without even need... We didn't even really need to go into the city. It was just to finish off those Dragon Princes. And the Dragon Princes and the Equal Bolt Throwers now running for their lives. Army loss is taking over. And we have taken Lothern. Well, wasn't that fun? Cylostra loved it. Having a lovely old time there. Fantastic stuff. Well, no, we're going to occupy. We're going to occupy. We've got the Ogre Blade and... Okay, we've got the Harbour of Lothern. It's going to bring in a lot of cash. That's very nice. And... Ooh, Cylostra's Opera House. Takes 6 turns to build. Public Order +1, faction-wide. Public Order +8. Winds of Magic +6. All armies. Hero action success chance +5%. All characters and vampiric corruption +1. When the curtain rises, all assembled will fall prostrate afore the siren of the storm. Yes. Well, that's fine, but we're probably not going to be able to build it before the end of the campaign, so that's a thing. But you know what? We can, you can get some stuff done here, can't we? Let's get defences, because we're probably going to need them.
Cylostra Direfin.
Right.
Don't linger. Dropping. Siren of the storm.
I want to do... Hang on. Oh, you can't because you have taken the city. Okay, that's fine. We need to swap out some units next turn. I might get rid of the mortar. And maybe get Master Bates in there. Maybe switch out the Depth Guard for some Depth Guard with pole arms. A bit more tanky, maybe.
Join me.
Okay, well, Emmett is level 30. And he is going to have... that one. Let's make sure we're all tricked out with all the best armour and weapons we can. I'm tempted... Okay, Daisy's got that, so that's fine. Let's give Emmett the Potion of Strength. We've got very few followers the entire campaign. Very few. And Daisy is gonna have... Let's go for Master Strike. I quite like Warrior Bane, actually. I quite like that, so we might keep that.
This isn't the god's victory. It's mine.
Yeah, noted. I quite like the Obsidian Lodestone. Moonshine is still good. And again, we don't have any of those. Yeah, no. Okay, overall, I'm fairly happy. We just don't really have much to work with. But that's fine. Do we have any good... We got the Rangers standard. Quite like that. So we'll grab that off him. Master Gunner I like. That I like. Powder Monkey I don't think actually does anything for us, but the plus leadership affecting allies in range is quite nice. That's quite nice. I'm tempted to get rid of the Powder Monkey because I think it doesn't affect missile damage. I think it's weapon strength. But we'll keep it. Spell shield. You do have your physical resistance, don't you? It's not an awful lot though. But then none of our armor's particularly good anyway, so I guess we'll just have what we have. Okay, I think we've got the best army we could possibly get.
The seas are mine.
We have Lothern. I can build up the Cylostra's Opera House once we've got the growth. But to be honest, waiting for the growth... I mean, it's 3 turns per surplus, assuming we don't take the... I can't be bothered to do that. We've got the end of the campaign in sight. We're going to finish it off because then we've got Krell and Kemmler lined up next. So that should be coming up tomorrow, I guess, assuming we win this battle, which I'm, you know, quietly confident about. We could hit the Temple of Kara. That's just all resolve that. I sack it. And run away. Are you not here? Is this not friendly territory? Oh, no, it's not. Well, yeah, it is friendly territory, but... Oh, wait, we don't. It's not allied territory, is it?
I offer you some blood-infused ram?
Well, that would be lovely. Although defensive alliance would be better, so I could actually get, you know, replenishment, but... Well, that's not going to get us much further, so... Sod that. George is going to have, I don't know, Swashbuckler. And Colonel Claw is going to get Master Strike. That's what we're doing. And Seaman Stains is having bribery? Sure. Sure. Okay. So once we've swapped around some units, we'll go in for that last battle. Which is very exciting, but I feel like this campaign has gone quite quickly, and to be honest, I didn't even really kind of go for the objective really quickly. But I feel like infamy, really not an issue. Probably needs either the limit you need to increase needs to be up to lot, or the amount you gain from fighting battles and stuff needs to be decreased. Experienced recruits or clear oceans. We're going to go nothing but death. Clear oceans, thanks very much.
Darkness comes.
Okay. So we're going to get rid of these guys and replace them with them. We're going to get rid of the mortar, and I'm going to get Master Bates in the army.
Phoenix King will pay.
Well, he already has, so we've got that locked down. I'm wondering if I switch out the Sirens for more Depth Guard. Or the Depth Guard for Sirens, anyway. So maybe I do that? I'm kind of feeling that. On the other hand, do we want some Mongols? And are they going to bring any artillery? It didn't look like it, did it? So... I'm tempted to get the Rotting Promethean Gunnery Mob, just in case. They have... Mind you, Cold One Knights are not great cavalry. Most of the problem is going to be their crossbows. So maybe the Night Terrors are a good shout. Okay, let's do that.
Relentless march.
I'm liking that, so let's go with that. So we're going to teleport to the last battle. Yep.
Admiral of the fleet.
Ooh, that does not look enough. Holy crap, that's a lot of... Okay. Okay. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Banner of Barrows. Yeah. Let's give that to you. And this is going to go on these... No. It's going to go on these guys. And the reason I'm going to do that is because that's going to up their leadership a little bit. And that's going to mean if they start getting shot, then they'll hold together better. Okay.
Share it. Am I not magnanimous?
Yep. Yep, you really are.
Witness my creation.
The chart is plotted, and the sails billow as the ship follows the course revealed by the map. The order is given. Drop anchor. Your crew descends into the depths in search of the beast. Amanar is close. The ancient mereworm roars. in defiance or anguish. The predator is not used to the role of prey. From the shadows comes another, to claim the prize of slaying Lothern's guardian beast. Wolfheart's bane will become Fellheart's glory. But you are in his way.
Your hunt is over. The merworm is not yours to slay. It is a creature of Mathlan, Lord of the Deeps, and only I am charged to cull in his name. It has been amusing watching your sea-racked corpses stumble and dodder as you tracked the prey, but Amanar is Lothern's guardian, a creature aligned to the Asur. Who are you to interfere in such an ancient rivalry? The prize is mine, and mine alone. The beast is summoned. Your use is at an end. Prepare to face the Kraken Lord!
This has to be one of the prettiest maps that CA have ever done. It's got this wonderful sort of water effect. You're kind of in a void with water above and below you. And Amanar occasionally sort of swims past, says hello, swims over the top. You see his shadow kind of go past, sticks his head through the water, that kind of good stuff. It looks really good. Absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, Amanar in the replay is a little bit shy and doesn't actually show up. Bit weird. Don't quite understand why that is. But yeah, so no Amanar in the replay. Sorry about that, but there's not much I can do about it. I have flagged it up as a bug potentially, but to be honest, in the grand scale, scheme of things, it's not a big bug. It's not really going to put anyone out too much. It's just a little bit disappointing. Anyway, there's still plenty of stuff to do because we've got Dark Elves advancing on us, not led by Lokir, but Marosha Emerald Eye. We've got a little choke point here. So we're going to use this. Richard's running back and forth trying to draw out that War Hydra flame attack so we don't get burned. We've got guns on balls lined up with our melee infantry behind. There's Cylostra and so Krabbington, Night Terrors on the left flank. We do have some Dark Riders on the right flank. Haven't noticed them yet. Don't worry, I will. Marosha is advancing, backed up by her War Hydras. Not too fast though. Dark Elves have already taken a lot of damage as they try and advance. I was a bit worried about them having crossbows, but fortunately they don't have any crossbows. So Daisy's going to try and go for Marosha, but misses horribly. And Marosha manages to reach the gun line, but fortunately she charges right into the black spots, who have anti-large. I did question what the point was with anti-large, but apparently it's this. So they managed to charge the one unit, which they couldn't actually do much damage to. On the other hand, these Dark Riders over here have managed to crash into the flank of this unit of gunballs, and that's bad. But the Sirens have managed to drive them off. We're going to keep them at arm's length from then on. So Krabbington and Emmett, hunting tails and Blackheart Corsairs, and seeing off that spiky Hydra. So long, goodbye, don't come back. Some damned Questy Knights managed to blunt a charge by more Dark Riders, and are now helping lock down that War Hydra so our gunballs can put some bullets in it. Good stuff. Most of the Dark Elves now running for their lives. Richard was fighting some Blackguards, but unfortunately got incinerated by their own War Hydra, so that's fun. Unfortunately, as most of the Dark Elves start to run away, we get a new objective, which is to survive for 15 minutes as reinforcements are on their way. And here they come. So we've got reinforcements coming in from this flank over here, and also this flank over here. And the objective to survive for 15 minutes very much tells me that this is going to be a long old fight. Fortunately, we do have 3 uses of an ability, which replenishes our units, reinvigorates them, and also resupplies them with ammunition. Now, we've only got 3 uses of it, so I'm going to use it sparingly throughout the fight. But the other good thing is reinforcements are going to appear, dribble in from the back here over the course of the battle. Bloated corpses, animated hulks and rotting Prometheans will be arriving. But for the most part, we've just got these units to survive for 15 minutes. Fortunately, I feel like this should be fairly straightforward. Unfortunately, I kind of underestimate the direwolves. Sorry, scurvy dogs. Because the scurvy dogs are quite a lot faster than I gave them credit for. So, as you can see, they are moving at a fair old rate, and I kind of realise that this is a problem. Emmett moves in, but only manages to catch the last few of them as they then run straight into the zombie pirate gunners there. Night Terror's moving in to assist, so we should be okay now. Richard is fighting off yet more scurvy dogs, and Cylostra and Sir Crabbington dealing with yet more. The Sirens are defending our right flank with some gunnery mobs, and over on that flank we're also doing the same. There's a War Hydra that's come back to the fight, tried to breathe fire over the Sirens and failed. Richard is currently fighting a whole bunch of depth guard, but unfortunately for the depth guard, looks like someone wants a hug. That's unfortunate. So, depth guard got completely destroyed by their own side. Nice work there. Our gunnery mobs taking position, trying to do as much damage as possible. We do have these nice little sort of moats here, which are going to keep these infantry units at arm's reach. Means we can focus our defences on the little choke point here, little choke points on either flank there. We've got some bloated corpses moving in now. Reinforcements coming in from the back, as well as some we've got some rotting Prometheans and animated hulks coming in as well. So, another round of deckhand mobs moving in. More scurvy dogs. The scurvy dogs are going to be a problem throughout this battle. It's going to be blunting them that is going to cause me the most stress, to be honest. They're so fast, and the AI is very good at flanking around and keeping them away from the units that could stop them, and then charging directly into your vulnerables, which isn't very good. So, deck mob charging down the hill here, but only one of them. Yet more bloody scurvy dogs. There's Master Bates there, but he's been backed up by some Sirens, so we're going to lock them down and wipe them out. Emmett has managed to tank them. Good job, Emmett. They're not very strong, but if they manage to get into your gunnery mob, then they can do a lot of damage. Got a unit flanking around here, but it's just a deckhand mob, so the drowned choir can probably easily deal with that. Richard is continuing to tank a lot of... What's he got? He got some... Yeah, it's just some deckhands. Deckhands with polearms. Yeah, more deckhands with polearms moving in. Queen Bess getting some lovely shots off there, causing a lot of damage. We do have some deck droppers with bombs. More reinforcements have arrived, this time from over the top of the hill. And this time it's Necrofexes and Mongols backed up by some rotting Prometheans. A little bit more awkward to deal with. More deck mobs coming in from this side as well. We're going to move some of the rotting Prometheans and the animated hulks up to kind of create a front line here. If we can pin down these Necrofexes and Mongols, then shooting them dead should be fairly straightforward. So Richard is fighting a Necrofex one-on-one and easily winning. Well, he's got some guns there to help him out. They're doing a lot of damage. We do have yet more deckhands coming in. We do have some... Ah, here we go. Yep, more bloody scurvy dogs. The Sirens are trying to move into intercept, but too slow. The scurvy dogs manage to get around behind us. And then straight in to our gunnery line. Less than ideal. The Night Terrors and Sirens and Drowned Choir trying to move in to intercept and save our zombie pirate gunnery mob from the scurvy dogs. Unfortunately, this is a problem as we move our units to deal with that. A bloated corpse is heading towards our other units. Fortunately, the Night Terrors managed to set it off before it gets in amongst the gunnery mob, so we're actually fine, but that was a bit close. back on the front line. Down goes one Necrofex. I think the other one's gone down as well. Yes, it has. We're just mopping up the last few units. We've still got a lot of deck hands and also some depth guard over here. Richard has just been tanking all of these units all by himself. Well, he won't have to do that much longer. Nope. Those bloated corpses are probably more dangerous to the enemy than they are to me. So Crabbington doing good work over on this flank. You can see where they try and sort of sneak round this corner here. There's lots of corpses over in this corner. Lots of corpses over in this corner. We've managed to push back the Necrofexes. They're all gone. Yet more units are now trying to sneak by. Small scurvy dogs trying to come round. Yet more over this flank as well. There's another bloated corpse over there as well. We've got the Sirens are going to block these scurvy dogs from getting through. And so Crabbington's going to do the same over here. Yep, down they go. Good, that's them dealt with. And Richard is once again going to save the day by tanking yet more scurvy dogs. He's actually reached the maximum of his regeneration, so he can't regenerate anymore. You can see his little white bar on his health. We see that one there, so that shows that he can't regenerate beyond that anymore. And you'll see it will slowly start to drop as his health goes down because he can't get healed anymore. Fortunately, he's still very, very tanky. He's up to 110 kills so far, considering that he doesn't actually do... I mean, he does do a lot of damage, but he doesn't have... He's not really an infantry killer. So the fact he's got that many kills is pretty amazing. Plus, he's set off 2 bloated corpses, which killed a crap ton more units. The Queen Bess up to 452 kills. Cylostra up to 115. These guys, 49 kills there. These gunnery mob, 58. It's 157. 178, very, very nice. Yet more of these bloody scurvy dogs coming in. Another unit of deckhand mob coming in on the right flank. But at this point, I'm fairly happy. More reinforcements have poured onto the battlefields. We've now got... have we got 2 units of animated Hulks and Prometheans? It's... To be honest, at this point, we're not really losing any of our units. We've lost, what, 100? And the enemy have lost a lot more. And they're about to lose even more. But yet more reinforcements are on the way. This time rotting Prometheans and rotting Leviathans. 2 of them, they got their own so Crabbingtons. And yet more Zombles pouring down the hill. More deck droppers with bombs. Fortunately, the deck droppers with bombs are god-awful. So that's no problem. Look at this. So they're throwing bombs down into the bloody Reaver deck guard. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just complete garbage. Complete and utter garbage. Rotting Prometheans versus rotting Prometheans, backed up by gunners, of course, and there's these 2 rotting Leviathans. Fortunately, directly in our gun line, so they're going to be taking huge amounts of punishment, and we've always got more units to back us up if need be. To be honest, at this point, I think we're fairly safe. A little bit of an explosion there does quite a lot of damage to our Sirens. We're backing them up by animated Hulks. And yep, there we go. They're all dead. You can see huge piles of corpses down in this corner over here. Rotting Leviathan's taking a lot of damage. So Crabbington and Cylostra dueling with one. Down goes one. And down goes the other. That's... The onslaught has ended. But we're not quite finished yet. Lokier himself has finally arrived. With another army of Dark Elves, but we've seen off one army of Dark Elves, we've seen off an entire horde of undead. This should be no problem. We've got lots of Dark Riders charging down. We're going to use our animated Hulks that we've got as reinforcements and dribbled in throughout the battle as sort of a roadblock, basically. We're going to pin them down. Lokir's flying up above. He's got a lot of Black Ark Corsairs with Hambos. He's going to come in and land in amongst them. I mean, these guys are sacrificial. That's no big problem. These guys, though, have lined up very nicely. Look at this. Isn't that a nice little line they've created? Very orderly. Very nice. Sewer bloody sidle. Yeah, we are.
Enemy mages! Weaklings, our allies flee! Eviscerate them!
Well, that's one way to deal with a whole bunch of Black Orc Corsairs with handbows. Meanwhile, Lokir has been locked down in combat and directly in front of our guns. Taken huge amounts of punishment and he's dead. And now it's just a case of mopping up.
The Kraken Lord is defeated. His mantle of the sea's greatest pirate is almost yours. But there remains another task to fulfill. The beast is lured to the surface. Ulthuan's harpoon yearns to be fired. Now blessed with charms hidden within the ancient sea shanties, it thrums with power. The lore of beasts, to raise a beast. Amanar has risen again, but its flesh rots. For it is no longer Ulthuan's ancient guardian of the sea, but an undead monster within your thrall. You have the ultimate prize, a treasure greater than any jewel. And with it, your infamy will spread far beyond the coasts. The seas are yours. Its prey and plunder await.
The blood runs cold. We take our loot, but don't